Hi, sir. Welcome to my presentation. The topic is causes and effects of noise pollution. My name is Gautam Manalas. Roll number is 21951 A1227. My branch is IT section. Noise pollution, also known as environmental noise or impact the sound pollution in the propagation of the noise with tracking impacts on the activity of the human or animal life. Most of the harmful most of them harmful to a degree. The source of the outdoor noise worldwide is mainly caused by machines, transport progression of systems, poor may give rise to noise, disintegration or pollution side by side. Industrial and residential buildings can result in the noise pollution in the residential areas. Some of the main sources of the noise pollution residential areas includes loud music, transportation, traffic, jail, aeroplanes, etc., lawn, care, maintenance, construction, electrical generators, and wind turbines, explosion, and people. Documented problems associated with noise pollution in urban environments go back so far as ancient Rome. Today, average noise is level of 98 decibels, also called as dB, exceeds the WHO value of 50 dB allowed residential areas. Research suggests the noise pollution in the United States is the highest in the low income marital neighborhoods, and noise pollution associated with household electricity generators in the emerging environmental degradation in developing nations. High noise levels can contribute cardiovascular effects in human in human in human in human and increase the incidence of coronary artery disease in animals. Noise can risk of death, alerting predictor prediction and avoidance of interfere reproduction and navigation, contribute that permanent hearing loss. A sustainable amount of noise that humans produce occurs in the ocean. Up until recently, most research on noise impacts that focus on marine mammals, and then lesson degree fish. In the past few years, scientists have shifted conducting their studies in in their responses anthrograph sounds in the marine environment. The research in essential, especially considering that the invertebrates make up 75% in marine species and thus compose a large percentage of ocean food webs. Of the studies have been conducted a sizable variety in the families, and invertebrates have been represented in the research. Verification of complexity and the sensory systems exists, which allow scientists a study characteristic and develop a better understanding anthrograph noise impacts on living organisms. Noise pollution effects on human. Noise pollution effects on both human health and behavior. Unwanted sound noise can damage physical health, and noise pollution is associated with cerebral health conditions including cardiovascular disorders, hypertension, high level stress levels in and hearing loss, and sleep disturbance, and other harmful disturbing effects. According to the 2019 review, existing literature, noise pollution is associated faster cognitive decline across Europe. According to the European Environment Agency, is estimated 113 million people affected by road traffic noise levels above 55 decibel, the threshold at which noise becomes harmful to human health by WHO definition. Sound Sounds become unwanted when it either interfaces normal activities such as sleep and conservation of disturbance, disarms one quantity of light noise. Incremental hearing loss can be affected by prolonged exposure to noise levels above 85 weighted decibels. A comparison of tribesmen who were insignificantly exposed to transportation or industrial noise to a typical US population showed that chronic exposure to moderately high levels of environmental noise contributes to hearing loss. it is less clear how humans adapt to noise substantially. Tolerance of the noise effects is deeper levels of memory suffers sound spaces. Research was groundbreaking in the regret in the work. Compelling arguments about how humans relate to the noise on a subjective level, and how subjectivity is conditioned by culture. Also notes the sound expression of the power, such as a material culture, such as a material culture. Example: fast cars, Harley Davidson motorcycles after market pieces tend louder engines, not only safety reasons but far expression of power dominating the sound space with a particular sound. Other key research in this area, we can see Fong's comparative analysis of sound escape differences between Bangkok and Thailand, Los Angeles, California, US, based on Safari's research. Fong studies showed that soundscapes differ based on the level urban development in this area. He found cities periphery have different soundscapes in the inner cities. Fong's finding tie in not only soundscapes appreciation to the subject use of sound, but also demonstrate how different soundscapes and the indicative less differences in urban environments. Noise pollution can have negative effects on the adults, children on the acoustic spectrum. Those spectrum disorder can have hyperemesis, which is an abnormal sensitivity to sound. People with ASD who experience hyperacusis have may unpleasant emotions such as fear, anxiety, and uncomfortable physical sanitizations in noisy environments with loud sounds. So these can cause individual ASD to the avoid environment. The noise pollution, which in turn can result in isolation and negativity, affect the quantity of life. Sudden explosion noises, typically high performance, and executes the car alarms, and noise pollution affect the people ASD. Sound is primary way many marine organisms learn about the environment. For example, many species of marine mammals and fish use sound to primary means and navigating, communicating. For foraging, anthrophonic noise can have detrimental effect on animals, increasing the risk of death by changing the delight balance of the in the predator or prey prediction and avoidance and interfering with the use of sounds communication, especially in the relation of production in the navigation and echolocation. These effects then may more interactions and with the community through indirect domino effects. Overexposure can lead to temporary or permanent loss of hearing. European robins living in urban environments are more likely to sing at night in places with high level of noise pollution during the day, suggesting that they sing at night because it is a quieter and their message can propagate through the environment more clearly. The same study showed daytime noise with a stronger predator of singing in the light pollution, to the which phenomenon often attributed anthrophonic noise reduced spices richness of birds in found in metropolitan urban parks. Underwater noise pollution due to the human activities is also prevalent in the sea. In the given sound travels faster through water than through air. A major source of disruption in the marine ecosystem does significant harm to sea life, including marine mammals, fish, and interval. The principal anthrophonic noise research came from merchant ships and naval sonar operations, underwater exploration, nuclear and some semic exploration by oil, gas industries, cargo ships, and generate high level noise due to the propellers and the diesel engines, the noise significantly raises to the low frequency ambient noise levels above those caused by wind animals such as waves that depend on the sound. Communication can be affected by noise in the various higher ambient noise levels can cause animals to vocalize the loudly, which is called as ambient effect. Researchers have have levels sound length were longer, low frequency sonar activated by nearby. Underwater underwater noise pollution is not limited to the oceans, can occur in the freshwater environments as level noise pollution has been detected in the Ignata River and resulted in the de-arrangement of a study conducted on noise pollution in the Ignata River and suggested elevated levels of noise pollution elevated temporarily hearing the threshold of the village propagations and suppose the significant threat to their survival. Noise pollution may cause a death certain species of waves that breach themselves being exposed to the loud marine military sonar. See also marine mammals and sonar. The even invertebrates such as crabs have been shown negatively affected ship noise. Larger crabs are not noted to be negatively affected by sounds. Similar crabs repeated exposure the sounds did eyelid accumulation. Survival reasons to be have been hypersensitivity in the invertebrate exposure anthropography noise invertebrate and or pick up sound a large portion of physical adapted to the adapted for the purpose and detecting environmental vibrations and incidents or heads on the organism pick up particle emotion anthropographic noise created in the marine environment such as pile driving and shipping and pack up through a particle emotion. These activities near field stimulate the ability vibration. The throw structures in the most important invertebrates and mammals also depend pressure detector ears to the preface and nose around them. Therefore, it is suggested that marine invertebrates are likely to effects of noise differently in the marine mammals. It is reported in detect a large of sound, but noise sensitivities various sustainability between each species. Generally, however, immunities depend on the frequencies under 10 kHz. This is frequency at which great deal of the ocean occurs. Many of the studies that were conducted in the invertebrates explored the noise. Physically, behavioral responses was triggered most of the time related and that provided contract considered that benign invertebrates and detect to the respond to the some of the informative studies category focus in hermit crabs. On the study, it was found that the behavior parameter apps were attempting to choose a cell was modified subjected to the noise. Proper selection animated cells strongly contributors ability to survive cells offer protection against predators. I slightly dissection. However, researchers determined the approach to the cell investigation of cell and habitation of cell occurred over a shorter time duration. Anthropographic noise factor, the indicator assignment decision making processing hermit crabs were both alerted. Even though hermit crabs, it was elevated shells and auditory to the mechanisms. Another study demonstrated stress responses in invertebrates conducted squid basis durability. The squid exposure of sound construction known as pile driving, which impacts seabed directly. The produces, in instance, brown water-borne vibration. The squid reacted jetting, inking pattern change, and sterile responses. Since the responses recorded are similar to those identifier whose face of predictor is impaired squid. Initially, we treated as alarm responses decreased over a period, signifying squid had a likely likely to noise regardless. It is a upper space occurred to the squid, although uh, investigation the suspect implication are many after effects squid survival effects. Thank you. ఈ అబ్బాయి రీతులకి ఇచ్చి
జర జర
నాకు
జర జర
అయిపోతుండేరా
మొత్తం కాలే ఇంకా
అయింది ఇప్పుడు